in the Lone Star Land, with boots on my feet and dreams in my hand. A little sassy but a whole lot of grace. You'll see that fire when you look in my face. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Barbecue smoke, Friday night lights, cheering for the Astros under Texas skies. A little bit stubborn, a whole lot of charm. This big old heart will keep you warm. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Barbecue smoke, Friday night lights, cheering for the Astros under Texas skies. A little bit stubborn, a whole lot of charm. This big old heart will keep you warm. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. From the blue bonnet fields to the city streets, every step I take feels like home to me. With a little sass and a lot of pride, this Texas girl's got nothing to hide. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright.
Gummy shoe prints, laid them down the street. Chocolate wrappers hiding secrets sweet. They don't miss a beat, they've got a knack. With licorice ropes pulling answers back. Twist the wrapper to reveal the truth. A sticky web spun by a candy sloop.
Sebastian, sweet boy, where have you gone? The sun sets low, but we keep marching on. The wind whispers your name soft through the pines, a melody aching in these hearts of mine. Roads are endless, the nights are cold, but your story's a light we'll never let go. Where are you, sweet boy Sebastian? We're searching the hills, the rivers, the plains. You deserve better, oh you deserve better. And your army is fighting through heartache and pain. Your laughter once rang like bells through the air. Now silence just lingers, it's more than we can bear. We carry your memory, a flag in our hands. Through shadows and valleys, through shifting sands. The roads are endless, the nights are cold, but your story's a light we'll never let go. Where are you, sweet boy Sebastian? We're searching the hills, the rivers, the plains. You deserve better, oh you deserve better. And your army is fighting through heartache and pain. Your laughter once rang through heartache and pain.
Well, hello, my beautiful friends. Happy Friday. We did it. We made it through another week. Hope everybody had a super great day today. Man, so glad we made it through another week. And I appreciate each and every one of you for being here with me today. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Hello, Daniel. Oh, my phone skipped again. Hang tight. Let me get it back. Let me get it back. Let's see here. Got to do it over here on this computer now. Hello, Daniel. Hello, SI officer. And me and you. Hello, hello. Hello, Kimberly. Hey, TJ. Jen in Georgia. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. You have to excuse me. My allergies are on high alert today. We have got something floating through the air that my sinuses sure don't like. Crime and Justice, how are you doing? You had a great live going today. Welcome to our beautiful family over here. Good to have you. Hey, Kelly East. How are you, darling? She sent me a message today. Said, Lolly, how are you today? I said, I've been napping off and on all day. That's how my Friday's been. I just couldn't get awake. Lisa King, hello. Charlene. Patty, how are you? Let's see who else we got here. Lori, hello. Miss Ann, how are you? Good to have you. Hope everything's going good your way. MS, hello to you. Hi, how are you doing? Let's see here. Valley girl, Valley gal, how you doing? And hello to, hang on, let's see who's next. Diana, hello. Good to have you with us. I don't think I told you hello yet. And Teresa, hello, hello. Neuro, how are you doing? And Cecilia, y'all keep Cecilia in your prayers. She's just been a little icky. And Veronica, welcome. Welcome to the membership and thank you for being here. Let me see. Hang on. Let me say hello to everybody, Veronica, and we're going to welcome you our fun way here. Let's see. Neuro and Peggy, Pitter Patter, hello. Tina Girl, good to have you. Sky Spirit, hello. Hello, Katrina. Guess she was more concerned about her brother, but hey, it is what it is. Oh, Lord help us. Let's see. Anybody else sneaking in here? I think we might have got everybody. Let's see. Oh, good. I'm glad you made it, Cecilia. Hopefully you'll be feeling better. Just my girls. How you doing? Good to have you. Broken Black Skies. Hello to you. Choochie, always good to have you. Sky Maiden, hello. I hope I got everybody. I try so hard to say hi to everybody when we first get started. If I missed you, it is nothing personal. Please forgive me, but I try so hard to make sure I say hi to everybody coming in because y'all mean something. Hey, Pebbles, how you doing? And guys, we have a new member, Veronica. Welcome to the South, darling.
Welcome. Welcome to the South. We break that good stuff out. We got enough to go around. So can I get a hey and get down? Welcome to the South.
Welcome, and thank you for becoming part of our family. We love having you with us. So, guys, hope everybody's hanging in there, making it great through the week. Hopefully, y'all have some good, relaxing plans for the weekend coming up. Hey, tip dancer Lizzie, how you doing? Well, if your NyQuil knocks you out, Cecilia, you just rest. When you're sick, sometimes you just need rest. That's all. Guys, before we get started, if you wouldn't mind, hit that like button for us. We would greatly appreciate it. If you want to become a member, always welcome. We love having new members, and we'll be doing a members live here very soon. And if you would like to help with the channel and donate in any way, that would be greatly appreciated as well. You know, it unfortunately costs money to have platforms to stream on so we can do all the fun things and show all the stuff. And, you know, that's what we got to do. So, yes, definitely. If you'd like to, it would be greatly appreciated. So, it's my granddaughter's first birthday party tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love little babies' birthday parties. Oh, you get you some extra squeezes and loves in there. How fun. So, guys, today, oh my goodness, look at Green Eyed Gal come in and she gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Green Eyed Gal. That is so gracious of you. We appreciate that. And to our new members, welcome to the South, y'all.
Welcome. Welcome to the South. We break that good stuff out. We got enough to go around. So can I get a hey and get down? Welcome to the South.
Welcome to all of our new members. Thank you so much. That was so sweet of you. Welcome. Y'all will get to join us on our members live we have coming up. Thank you, Green Eye. That is so sweet. So, guys, today we're going to talk about Sebastian. You know, a lot of times in life, people get busy in life and they get, you know, kind of off course a little bit and kind of seem to forget that, you know, there's actually serious life events happening to other people. And when I say this, I hope you all know I'm not into the drama side of things, but when you hear something like what I heard last night, it just really, it broke my heart because we do have those who are into the drama and the hate and, you know, talk about everybody, that kind of thing. But when Mr. and Miss E pour out their heart in a post, explaining to us that their son, who previously had cancer and had just finished all of his treatments, started feeling bad. And when they took him back to the doctor, they realized that the cancer itself has little fingers that spread out. Those got all entwined into his brain, and for them to remove every one of those fingers, he would have basically just been laying there the rest of his life, not functioning at all. And this is their 28-year-old son who has hopes and dreams for his future. And all they asked for was prayers. And of course, everybody over there is gang piling up on allegedly with Brittany J. And she was reading the post. She was crying because she has compassion in her heart. And J for Justice laughed at her about it, read the post, and said every bit of it was a lie. They're just getting sympathy. They're just doing this, just doing that. Folks, that is never, ever anything to joke about. And it just broke my heart because these are the same people who forget that Sebastian is still missing. Yeah, Lori, it was bad. And so I wanted to remind everybody today that life is precious. And if a friend asks for prayers, or if I ask you guys for prayers, it is never, ever, ever for any type of sympathy. It is for a special reason. That is not something to play around with. And I 100% will every day ask for prayer for the E family. Yeah, Holly. Lady for Justice has been a member for 8 months. She says, God bless you, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Yes. Yes, yes. He is the reason we're all here, guys. The very reason. Yeah, I unsubscribed to a lot of people over the past year. If that's the genre you want to be in, that's fine. Go do your thing, do it to the best you can do, and all of that. But don't make fun of people who have compassion in their heart for someone else, someone that genuinely needs prayer. One day, I hope her heart will soften a little bit when she realizes the very truth that was spoken in that post by the mother and father pouring their heart out. They don't ask for money. They don't ask for meals. They're not asking for help in any way whatsoever, just your prayers. Jen, oh my goodness, look at our friend. She gifted 5 memberships. Welcome. Welcome to all of our new beautiful family members. Welcome to the South, y'all.
Welcome. Welcome to the South. We break that good stuff out. We got enough to go around. So can I get a amen? Welcome to the South.
Jen, thank you. You are such a beautiful friend. I appreciate you. Doodle Mom said Nick is being threatened as well. It's insane the threats that have happened in Sebastian's case. I don't get it. As we heard on, others speaking this week, at what time do you ever hear of that when there's a missing child? I've never heard of so many court cases in a missing child's case. Holly, look at you. Thank you so much, sweetie. I love you so, so much, and I appreciate you. I hope you know that. Thank you for that. And why wrap everybody up in court cases? Protective orders, litigation of all different kinds happening left and right. All people who've talked about Sebastian, even his father, those helping his father, his lawyers. Sometimes actions speak louder than words. And in this case, in this instant, I honestly 100% believe it's exactly the reason why. And that's just my opinion. And before we get too far into things, let's go ahead and get this over with, guys, because now we got to do all the things. Myself, along with moderators, subscribers, and anyone in chat express their opinion. On this channel, we present speculation, possibilities, and show things found for everyone to decide for themselves what opinion they have. We are here for helpful purposes only. We're not here for drama, hate, or anything negative. Please respect all opinions. And as always, my content is not to be used in a negative way at any time. Sad that we even have to go there and say all that, but that's where we're at these days, to protect ourselves. And if you put something in chat, I'm going to take that as your opinion, but there are people who take it a step further, and therefore, like, yes, Doodle Mom, it's just evil, in my opinion. Hey, Jen. What's the question mark for, Jen? Did I do something? Did I miss something? I'm just up here yakking. Can y'all hear me? Everybody's good? Y'all can hear me? Hello? Anybody out there? Okay. Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Can I mod for you, Lolly? I heard you reply to someone about modding. Oh, yeah. No, I had promised you could, Jen. I had. I thought I had already done that. My bad. My bad. My bad. I had you on my list. Okay. You're good, girl. Okay. So 225 of 24, Sebastian Rogers, 15-year-old autistic young man, disappeared from his home in Hendersonville, Tennessee. I don't even know why they don't just put disappeared, because there's no evidence he ever left this home. We're going to read something that Nick Barris had just put out on Facebook not too long ago. This was, I believe, in September. Let's get this pulled up here. September 17th, Nick Barris wrote, "Where is Sebastian Rogers? That sad question remains unanswered since the teen disappeared from his Hendersonville, Tennessee, February 26, 2024. That's the day he was reported missing. Not a trace of him found since." What a huge, bold sentence there. Not a trace of him found. 2 weeks ago, I shared here an update of sorts released by the FBI on the status of the investigation. To the frustration of many, it was just an update with nothing much new to report. Many of you reached out to ask me what more can be done. So I recently reached out to investigators at all levels, FBI, TBI, and Sumner County sheriffs. I can tell you they shared the frustration and do continue to work the case. No one is giving up, but tips have slowed and no solid new leads. I'm going to pause there for just a second because I want to remind everyone when people send in a tip and they receive back the reply, I'm sorry, but this is not the kind of tip we're looking for. That does discourage people to even send in a tip. You know, I mean, how discouraging is that? That basically says, not what we're looking for, don't want it, not looking into it, try again. I mean, there should just be a reply saying those words, basically. And it does go on to say, what do they tell me? First, the consensus is if and when a break in the case happens, it will likely come from the public. Someone who knows something, a tip. That being said, this message from the authorities continue to keep Sebastian's name and photo out there. And if you have a tip, call it in immediately to 1-800-TBI-FIND. Time is of the essence, always to investigate new leads. Never lose hope. Well, those were the words of Nick Barris in Sumner County. If I had written a reply, which I restrained, y'all should be proud of me because I really did not. My reply would be something along this lines. Oh, Miss Fran, you're good. You don't worry about it. We love you. Thank you for being here. That makes a difference. But here's what my reply would be. It would be more along the lines of those who are involved, those who likely know something, will never speak because they're protecting themselves along with a lot of others. And the tips that you receive, you don't look into them. They're not the kind of tips you're looking for. So why don't you just be very clear with us and tell us what kind of tips would you like? Because at this point, no one is sending you tips. There are several of us sending tips way outside of the state of Tennessee. Good. Just my girls said, FYI, Seth stepped into AWBJ's the other night and said he was working on some tips. Yay. Yay. Guys, I've been sitting on one for quite a while, several days now. Sumner County will never get it. Sorry, guys. Y'all suck. Plain as day. I don't trust other people in the area. However, I possibly might have someone that is trustworthy that will do this for us. So y'all pray hard that this is something that is crucial to Sebastian's case. But it's hard for people to send in tips and want to help when we wanted to help by going to Pig Fest, having a little table just with Sebastian stuff. Hey, he's still missing from this very area. Will you keep an eye out for him? We're hoping to find him soon. Nope, can't do that. We'll have to ask the Proudfoots and the Bower Sox first. Oh, and Sheriff Craddock will have to approve it. Well, in the meantime, while he's having lunch with the Bower Sox or the Proudfoots, email sent to Craddock. Craddock tells us he has nothing to do with it. And then we get the reply back. I'm sorry, at this time, unless you're a sponsor, you can't pass out anything. That's how bad that county wants Sebastian found. That's how bad the Bower Sox and the Proudfoot family control every aspect of this investigation. That's what we're up against. Why would anybody want to send tips into you so you can go call them and they can go make sure they've got it all covered up? Is that why? It's not happening. My tip is not going to go to anyone in that county. Trust me. And so that was on September 17th, shortly after the FBI released their so-called update with absolutely nothing new. Yeah. People who are related to the people who are suspects. Yeah, right. Okay, that sounds ridiculous, honestly. You're right. Those are the people. And this is his words that they told him. The consensus is if and when a break in the case happens, it will likely come from the public. Someone who knows something. We know something. We know Sebastian never left that house, not on his own, but his mother and stepfather to this day want to push the narrative that he ran away. There's a man that was camping out in the woods with his 3 daughters out in the mountains. They find his 3 daughters unalived. They find his truck, his tent. Where was he? On cameras all across every different little place. People were catching him on camera. He didn't disappear. He was out in the mountains, but he still was seen on cameras at different places. That tells me there's enough technology in this world that can catch a man that is roaming the mountains, because they always have to walk past a camera every once in a while. But here we are 19 months later. Sebastian has yet to be seen anywhere. Anywhere. And remember, he left barefooted. He didn't like dirt and bugs and all the things. Didn't like the feel of the grass. He even went swimming in a clean swimming pool in his water shoes. But we're supposed to believe he's roaming through the woods in 100% barefoot? No. Oh, okay. Seth just told us he hasn't heard from at night at all. Yep. Okay. I know they're sometime during this month going to be in Mississippi and Kentucky following up on some things. At what point is the sheriff's department going to stop and say, look, we've got 19 months and we have absolutely nothing. Here you go. Please do a better job for this young man because he deserves better than what we can give him. To do that, it is my opinion that it would have to be an agency that wasn't afraid of being found out, all the back dealings they're doing, the cover-ups they've been doing, all the evidence they've been sitting on. Guys, we have a, 30-something second video from the neighbor's camera shooting straight over to the Proudfoot's backyard. Covers that whole courtyard area. You see 2 light sources. Thank God. People that love Sebastian know how to remove the layers of that video, how to go about that whole entire process. And because of that, we get to see things. Let me look here real quick. Hang on. Yeah, Scarlett, she is now a sponsor. But we have a lot of people going. A lot of people are going to be there. A lot of Sebastian's army will be there. I promise you. So, yes, it's crazy. And I'm sure they're, I don't want to say I'm sure, but I would guess, if I had to guess, probably a little help from her friends. Just put that out there, because all the connections pay off in that town. Hey, Diane, how you doing? Scarlett. Hello to everybody coming in. Thank you all for being here. Oh, a lot's going to go down when that day comes. I cannot wait for that day. Trust me, I cannot wait for that day. Okay, guys, let me get this pulled up for us. I'm going to, and I know a lot of you have always had a hard time with the 3 a.m. photos. We've been working on this, trying to get to where you can actually see some things. And we're going to look into this again. Now, remember, if you take a screenshot with your phone, go back later and zoom in. You may have to change your contrast just a little here or there, to where you can actually see things, but it will come to life. I promise you. It's there. So we're going to look at some more 3 a.m. photos. And there's some very interesting ones here. Let's get this going. First of all, we're going to look at a person standing here. I've tried to zoom in as close as possible, but yet not leave it all so distorted. All right. Follow my hand. This would be legs right here. There's a hand and an arm up to the shoulder, and there's a head leaning over. There's someone standing, it looks like, against a wall or something, possibly. But as we zoom in, you can see another person right back here. Can y'all see what I'm showing you? Does it show up any better? Yeah, there's someone behind that person, but you see the head right here. Right there's his head. There's a person here. There seems to be something right here. Not sure what that is. And up here, it does look like a face covered with a mask with big, wide goggles on. No, this is in the 3 a.m. video in the car. You got to remember, we see lots of layers in one picture, but what we're focusing on here is this one layer that shows this person and this person standing behind them. This person looks to be straight, maybe against a wall or something. And right here, you see somebody has what looks like a, you know how the clowns have that thing that stick out almost around their neck? And then the big goggles on right here. Yeah, you can see the the head here. There's the chest outline. There's an arm here. And then the legs. Like I said, I did my best to get it to where everybody can see something there. Don't look and pay attention to this right here. This is another layer that shows one of the dogs in it. Yeah. So I hope you can see that. And like I say, when you're in a darker place, yes, crime and justice, you're exactly right. Sometimes you have to look at these pictures several times before you see anything. And if you look at them in a darker room, it does seem to show up a lot better. Yeah, it's like a negative. That's a good way to put it. Thank you for that. It's like a negative. It is easy to see on your cell phone. Yes, very easier, much easier to see on your phone. Yeah, you'll get all kinds of different images, but this is one right here. That really upsets me. Okay, the next one. Can I zoom out? Yeah. That's as far as it goes there. Because when you zoom out much more, you would lose it completely. It'd be really hard. You would have to zoom in. And like I say, folks, I look at these. I look at them over and over and over and over again. And if you're on your phone, screenshot this image, go back in later and see what you see. You see it now, Kai? Yeah. Yeah, SI says the smaller device that you view, the better you will be able to see it in a dark room, preferably. Yes, makes a big difference. Okay, now here's the next one we're going to look at. Remember I talked about the little lapel thing around the person that we were just looking at? This is a face right here, guys. And this is got some kind of light source shining across here. And you can see the shoulders to the side and the arm here. They're wearing like hazmat type suits. And this little clear spot right here is more like a light shining, reflecting somewhere. Yeah, I think they were wearing like goggles. You see the whole face? Yeah. Okay, so let's go on to some more because like I said, I'm just going to show you some things here, okay? On this one, I didn't crop it because I didn't want to get it too close in, but I wanted to show it this angle. You have someone here. You can just see the outline there. Now, we're going to look at this area here as we zoom in. I want you to look really close. It looks as if someone is screaming with their mouth wide open. I'll show you another closer up picture of that one here in just a second. But if we go over here, it's as if you see possibly a puppy dog or something. Hey, Retha, good to have you. Yep. Yep. Crime and Justice says, remember the neighbor Bobby saying how her son saw someone wearing goggles. And that was the night that Sebastian disappeared. We got the goggles, guys. All right. That scream. I'm going to zoom in and hopefully you can see the nose right here. This is the mouth. And it's through a lot of smoky stuff. I have no idea what her son's name is. I never learned her son's name. SI officer said headband, headlamp, a military hat, night vision goggles, hazmat suits. Yep, exactly. Okay, so here, this is very strange to me. And this will help you maybe to understand the layers that we talk about. Because if you look real close, it looks like one of their puppies kind of here on a stoop, like walking up. And there's a puppy here. And there's an actual profile right here. Let's zoom in so you can see what I'm saying here. I don't know if this is a puppy or a cat. That's a puppy. It looks like a column right here. And then there's a profile of a face. Yeah, like you just went out and stood on the stoop. Exactly. Yeah, I think they were wearing lights on their head. Now, here's this, okay? So you see the side profile right here of a face, the dog, possibly another dog over here. But Let's zoom in a little more and look at these figures here and here. Can you see those? Those are clearly people. And that's what we're talking about, the different layers, I believe. There are forms of people right there. Okay, maybe the dog does have like his paw sticking over to the side or something. And you can see here that profile at the top, there's an eye, there's an eye. You see the nose right here. You see the forehead and then the little hairline right there. But we're supposed to believe there was no one there that night, guys. I will 100% of the time I call it BS. There were people there. We see them. Activity was happening all in that 30-second timeline that we have of that video. Faces, nose, mouth, slightly open. Yeah. Okay. If you look here, it's circled. It says shoes on equipment. There's possibly some form of equipment back there. I believe it might be like a lift type of thing. And those right there seem to be a pair of shoes. Now, let's zoom in a little bit. They're not very clear, but you can definitely see the outline of some shoes. Maybe a backpack or something. Yeah. Dog right there on the right, face on the left, and on the left, believed to be Sebastian. There's the dog's face right there. Yeah. There's a face right there. Now, is that shoes? Is it a body? Looks like someone laying down, maybe shoes. Like I say, guys, you take this. Yeah, there are small dogs because we know they had the Morkies. They match up. We see the Morkies all over the place here. This one, hang on, let's go here. How about this one first? Anybody wonder what the back of their house looked like at night? Huh. What we got here? Well, let's take a closer look to this area right here, okay? I wanted to show you the big picture. You can clearly see windows. You see the drapes in the window right here. There's a window right there, shutters kind of thing. Okay, now let's go back. There's clearly a person, a dog, a shadow of another person, and it looks like they're holding something right there. And look at that face right there looking out. Now, I want to show you, talking about the layers. I mean, that's clearly a person right here. To me, it looks like they got a little ponytail coming down and then some kind of mask or something on their face. But look here. Look at them. Look right there looking out. And looky there. Somebody's on some kind of, this is another layer to it. Look right here is a person. Looks to be on some kind of scooter type thing, sitting. Someone over their shoulder being carried. Very possible. Very, very possible. I do see a head here, a neck, and a chest. And look right there. Look at those goggle eyes right there. Do you see those goggle eyes looking up? But yeah, it looks like somebody's being held upside down to me. And you see over here somebody, eyes right here looking out. And so let's, oh, sorry, I was trying to back it up. And then if you look here, you clearly see the puppy dog right here. It's either the puppy dog or another layer behind it with the person with the mask right there. And then here's the shadow you see. And it looks like they're carrying some kind of animal right here. Could it be the shadow from this? It's possible. Oh, yeah. And I'm afraid they're all those neighbors, Melissa, are too afraid to talk. Okay, let's go some more. So that's the picture that we just looked at. It's just for, I just zoomed in on that one little section there. Now, right here, let me zoom in because I want to show you something. I want you to concentrate right here. Because there's a face. Okay, SI says, so for example, oh, let me get back up here. You have the flashlight outside, and then the upper right was and could be seen be a second location of the actual, in my opinion, crime scene. Yeah. So wanted to show you that one. Now, hold your britches. Do y'all see a face to me? I see a face. Clearly a face. A face with a goatee. Yes, yes, and yes. You clearly see that little goatee right there. Now, look up here. There's another layer, someone. And then right here as well. It looks as if there's little shadows all around. Exactly, TJ. Looks like somebody with sunken jaw, no teeth. Okay, Sassy T. It's coming from the neighbor across from where the car parked, but it captured that whole courtyard area. And when you take that and you play that video and pause, then you go just at like the hair follicle width and stop again and screenshot, it begins to pull back layers. You have to do it in a special way. And thank goodness we know people that can do that. It's all from the same video, yes. Yep. Okay, here we go. Let's look at this next one. Now, I tried to fix this one, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit and see if you can't see it, because there is the profile of someone's face right here. There seems to be on another layer here, you've got the chest area, the arms, the neck, hairline right here, and the side profile. I'm going to zoom it in, see if it helps. If you can see that. There seems to be an arm here. An arm comes a little ways out here, like a chest area, and then the head up here. And you might see the reflection right here of a dog or their little dog right here. Like I say, there's lots of layers. There's lots of layers, but it is there, I promise you. Please feel free. Oh, yeah, I think the dogs were out there. Mm-hmm. Or their reflections or refractions from the window. Looks like a hood. Mm-hmm. I put this one on the thumbnail. You clearly, and I hope I got it enough, see a face mask being worn because there's an eyeball. There's a face mask. This is another person with goggles on. Can you see what I'm saying here? And you got to look real good. They either have on sunglasses or goggles, but it's light enough to show that their head's covered. You can see the shoulder right here. This is plain as day right here. Look at there. Goggles. You can even see the little strap right there. I wonder who wore a complete face mask. Okay, let's go to the next one, guys. Now, I'm going to zoom in here because we got two things to look at here. It looks as if you see this person here, right here is the head. You can almost see the shoulder right here, the arm that comes out. But once again, you see the goggles there. Well, Alicia, when you have professionals that know how to do and work with these things, there are things to be seen. Now, here's this picture. I'm going to zoom it in a little bit. The dots, the arrows, they all show things. You have a person over here. It's got a headlamp. You can see that clear as day. Now, we're going to zoom in some more just so you can go down a little further. Ugh. Here's a person here wearing a hat. You see that person there. You see a person here that looks to be wearing a robe of some sort with a dark hood on or hat on or something. Here's another robe type figure. You clearly see an outline of a face there. If you look right here, someone's laying down. You see this person over here with a backpack or something on their back or something there. And then we're going to zoom in pretty good because you clearly can see a person right there. Someone who had their hair up in a bun, hair clip, something like that. And remember, there's layers to these videos. So you may be seeing a whole bunch of different things all in one video or in one picture. Do you see the face right here? Let me zoom in right here. There's some more goggles. All of that in this picture right here. And all of that through fog that was being put out that night. Alicia P., it can be proven right here. There were people doing things in their backyard area. But when you don't have police that want to do their job and have this video analyzed and done this way, you're never going to prove that there was anything happening. That's the point. They're not doing anything with that video. They weren't even going to put it out. They weren't going to say, we have a video, nothing. Someone leaked it because they knew it was just going to sit there and go away. And now we understand why. Because we do have people that care enough Okay, Alicia. Here's a side profile. Oh, passion flower, yes. This is that dark figure that we could see earlier. It's a more of a close-up look for it. You know, we thankfully have people that care enough about Sebastian to do what they're not doing. There's lots of interesting things in this photo, although it just looks dark. You see a person here wearing with the face wearing some kind of dark thing on their head. It looks like there's a person standing here. Oh, thank you, me and you. Why do we have to prove who it is? That's law enforcement's job, and they're not doing their job. That's the point. That's the point. We have a picture of Christopher Proudfoot's face there, but he wasn't there, remember? All we're doing is showing what we're seeing, and it's right here, plain as day. More of the goggles right here. There's a person wearing what looks to be like a cowboy hat right here. Whether it's a cowboy hat or not, I don't know. There's more eyeballs here. It's crazy. She just sat on the phone all night long. Remember, folks? She just sat on the phone all night long to her husband who was in Memphis. I can't remember what this one was. Let me look here. Let me look. Okay. This right here, clearly you see the eyes like a profile. I'm just showing something was happening that night. Excuse me. Here's a close up of the man with the backpack we talked about earlier. I don't know if it's a backpack. It looks like they're carrying something there. And then, oh, I went out. Sorry, guys. As we zoom in, you can clearly see the lady with the bun in her hair right here. Oh, no, sorry. This was the face. That's the face that was screaming. You can see the nose right here, the mouth wide open, the eyes the eyes. I don't think so, Kelly. And so there's that. Okay, we got two spots of interest right here. Okay, we're going to zoom in and you clearly see two people right here. Now, let's zoom a little bit more so you can get a little closer up. Do you see the two faces right there? There, right here, looks to be something with eyes here, possibly a dog. It looks like little pointy ears there. And if you look right here, there is another one right here. Okay, now we're going to go down through, and this is this picture. Remember this picture, right? That's kind of the back part. And let's zoom in right here because it looks as if two people are running. You can almost see the leg coming up right here. And to me, this almost right here looks like a stuffed bunny rabbit, like a little stuffed animal right here. Okay. And let's see. Oh, I was going to zoom in on one thing to see if we can see over here on this side. I wanted to look at one thing real quick. No. Okay. And so this goes back to the same where I had said there was two people. I just kind of cropped it in a little tighter here. It looks like a person. It does look like their legs kicked up. There's a something here, but here's another person with their arms out. You can see them there. And I'm wondering if this is not a reflection from like a stuffed animal in the house or something. Because if the light's on in the house, it casts out a shadow. You can get that refraction, is what they call that, I believe. Okay, we're going to go down here. And this looks to be someone's shadow here. I'm not real positive on it. And then once again, we've got this here of the head leaning down. And if you look close at this, it seems as if they're possibly wearing like a hoodie type of thing right here, because you see a little bit come up on the neck there. And then, yeah, you see the dog right there too. So, okay. Oh, this is the one I was showing y'all earlier. The porch area, it looked like there's a tree right here. You can clearly see the tree. You see the dog. You see a body person here. Let me zoom in on that one so you can see that image there. You can see the arm and the shoulder right there. And then the two people down here, this looks to be like a machinery type of thing with the lift. You can almost make out the wheels. Okay. When I saw this, I was like, what in the heck are we even looking at? Bear with me through this one because it took a while for me to see what we're actually looking at. So I'm going to zoom in and explain to you what I see. I see a person. Here's their legs, their body, their face, wearing a Roman type of hat with the plume off the back here. And if I'm not mistaken, at some point or another, Mr. Chris, it's been said, had a Roman collection. Just saying. And you can clearly see the picture of a dog right here. It looks as if they are carrying something right here. Let's see if I can pull that up. And so right here we have goggles. Once again, you see the goggles, the eye sockets stand out very clearly. There was things happening that night when it was supposed to be just Katie and Sebastian in that home. You can see a puppy dog right here, seems to be looking maybe out a window or something. And this dog doesn't even look like one of their dogs. But see the hat? The little feather plume things, the little Roman hat right there. Yep. They seem to be carrying someone or something right there. I hope y'all can see what we're talking about. Like I say, if y'all can't, like I said, screenshot it. Take the time to go back and look at it. You will see there was things happening there. Right here, there's a person, plain as day. There was activity happening in the back of that yard that night, and they were wearing headlamps. You can almost see the little band to it right there. And that light would be flashing straight ahead, and their face would be all white, and therefore the cameras aren't going to pick them up. You know, that's my thing. Let me see here. Who said what? Kai says, with all this going on, how can one believe Sebastian didn't make it home? I think by the time this video happened, it was mostly cleanup crew and getting rid of things. And then we're back to where we started from, guys. The person who I believe is Sebastian, right here, with his head down low, looks like his haircut. Looks to be very thin. Breaks my heart completely. 100% completely. And let me explain something to you guys. We may not be proven exactly who is there, but it proves the point. There was activity happening that night in their back courtyard area. That's what we're proving. We are proving that Katie wasn't in there sleeping while all this was happening. Let me see here. Just a second. Trying to find this one particular picture. If Alicia is still here, maybe she will see what we're talking about. Hang tight here. Hang on, I'm trying to find it. Hold on, please. Hang tight. Let me see if I can find it. I'm trying to look in. I mean, if you want to see people there that night from that 3 a.m. video, let me share with you right here. Here we go. For everybody wants to see, was there people out there that night? Well, yes. Look, there is a woman with the ponytail, a small child, and a man. There were people there in that backyard that night. They were there. Trust me. Let me look through here real quick so I can find this one particular picture that could basically show, yeah, that's Mr. Chris, because we got his face. Hang on, I'm looking through all of these pictures. Here we go. Let's share this one, shall we? Let's share this one for those who haven't seen the picture. I think this one will pique your interest. Here's the picture. Let's zoom in. Hang on. Hold on to your britches. Because Mr. Chris wasn't in Memphis. Yeah, how about that? Can you see it? Mr. Chris was not in Memphis. I know who would take their small child there to torture while they're torturing a young man. Allegedly, in my opinion, we can prove Mr. Chris was in that 3 a.m. video. Just saying. Look at his ball cap and everything. They probably all wore really dark clothing, but yet all the dark things turn white on those night vision cameras. Remember that. So there you go, folks. I don't know if things get any plainer than that. And that, remember, that was in amongst all of this. All of that right there. All of that right there. You see, Mr. Chris. Oh, Chrissy Poo. In my opinion, that's exactly what we were looking at. You know, are we proving the fact? Hey, I'm just showing you. Let me remind everybody what it says right here. Just remind everybody. On this channel, we present speculation, possibilities, and show things found for everyone to decide for themselves what opinion they have. And if your opinion very possible, it could be her. But here we go. I can't make you see what I'm seeing, folks. I cannot tell you this is who this person is or is not. I can just tell you those are my opinions. It's up to each of y'all. Like I said, screenshot it with your phone. Go back in later. Look at the picture. You may adjust the contrast. It might make it better. Because everything is pixelated. Right, TJ? That last photo was pretty damn clear, wasn't it? You know, and if they want to get mad about it, so be it. I didn't make the picture up. I wasn't there. It wasn't my fault. Very possible, Kelly Holcomb. That's why she had on that black hoodie that night. And they say Sebastian wore a black hoodie, black pants. Mr. Chris added white stripe. Not sure about that part. But if you remember the one I said I thought was Sebastian leaning against the wall, the hoodie looked awful bright colored. So it meant it was dark. Daisy, yes, it's 6:35 where I'm at. I'm on Central Time. Yes, I need to get that one pulled up too. I just grabbed a few that I had been kind of cropping a little bit just to bring in a little closer so everybody doesn't get too distracted. I try to find the ones that are as clear as can be, and I thought, well, we're going to go over a few more. You know, I don't know what you all see. I know what I see. And from those pictures that I have seen from that 3 a.m., even those pictures that I will never share publicly, the evidence that I possibly have for someone to go check out matches with the pictures that we see there, the dog's profile pictures as well. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, there is one photo where the hoodie is on, but there is only like a pull up from the waist down. Yeah. So something happened to Sebastian because that young man did not leave that house on his own. At no time, any way possible that they can prove that Sebastian ever left his home. I don't understand why nothing's being done because, according to the mother and the father, Sebastian went to bed and went to sleep. Her and her husband were on the phone. She falls asleep on the couch while she's studying and talking until midnight. Remember that. Oh, Crime and Justice, thank you. Thank you for coming and being with us. Thank you so much. And TJ's been dropping your link. So, encouraging everybody to go and sub up to you as well. Good deal, Valley Gal. I hope you can, just look at it and take your time. Like I say, on a phone is the best way to do it in a dark area so that you don't have a lot of light looking onto it. It really will show up. Use your contrast. When they told me that, I was like, what? How do I contrast anything? I have learned so much when it comes to those things. And so I hope it helps. I hope it shows things that need to be shown. There was activity happening. We clearly saw what looks like Christopher Proudfoot outside at 3 a.m. in Hendersonville, Tennessee at 1008 Stafford Drive. I mean, they're lying, folks. Passion flower, I have heard yes, and I have heard things are rocky. So I don't know. I have no clue, to be honest. I mean, I've heard yes, they are. Somebody put out something about them moving to Memphis. I haven't heard any more about that. So I really couldn't tell you for sure. All I know is they're not looking for their son. They are not in any way, form, or fashion encouraging people to hand out flyers of Sebastian at a huge event that's happening in the town where he disappeared. That might cramp their style, I assume. They wouldn't be able to have a good time if they're reminded they have a missing child. And so I want to show they must have had a good time that night. But I'm going to guarantee 100% Sebastian did not. Sebastian was promised that he was going to go live with his father very soon. But they couldn't wait, remember? Because there was that custody battle, that ongoing custody battle for his daughter. And there was an open CPS file. Got to get rid of kid quick so that kid can't say anything about that. And that will put a halt on those records. It, it would not pertain to anything now because that young man's gone. Puzzle pieces are starting to fit together, y'all. I'm telling you. Yes, and definitely, guys, thank you for reminding me, Passion Flower. There was a huge military supply warehouse where they're making ammunition and stuff, and it exploded today. There were 19 people at the time missing. I don't know if they have actually confirmed that. It was just west of Nashville, about an hour southwest of Nashville. So that town has several families that are going to more than likely receive some bad news. And just on a side note to all of those who've been following the bayou in Houston, all the bayous there was another body found. Another one found. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, Veronica, we've all pretty much been here since the get-go, and it gets very frustrating when you can see everything as plain as day, but law enforcement's not doing anything about it. Jen, she has some health news. Oh no, Jen, yeah. I know, Joe. That's what I said. The guy in Austin from Ladybird Lake has moved on to Houston. So, yeah. But let's see. It makes you want to scream. It does. It really, really does make you want to scream because we can see it. And it's not that I hate Katie and Chris. I don't hate them. I don't know them. I don't like the way Sebastian was treated in their home. And with CPS being involved makes it a little more aggravating to me that he had to have lived through that. And, you know, that makes you feel a certain way about them. And is that anything personal for them? No, it's nothing personal. It's the truth. If they don't like that, that's not my problem. That's their problem. But there's a young man missing from their home. And all of us are doing more than they are doing. And of course, they always say, well, you don't see what goes on, you know, away from the cameras and stuff. Okay. But we sure do find out you're traveling and going on vacations and all the things. That's what we see. And when we dig hard, people start getting attacked. Why? You have to ask that question. Why? Oh, good, Jen. She's got some osteoporosis, but she doesn't have the mitral valve prolapse that her daughter passed from. Jen, that's got to make you feel better. Your kids and all should be very happy. Yay. God is good. So there's just too many red flags in this case, and Not a damn thing's being done about it, and that just aggravates me so much because I'm here for Sebastian. I mean, I'm not here for Katie and Chris, not here for Seth. I'm here for Sebastian. Whichever ones benefit off of what we can do to help, so be it. But for now, I'm here for Sebastian 100% because that young man cannot speak for himself. So I appreciate all of y'all being here today. Like I said, anybody listening on replay, if you take just that time to look at these photos on your phone, screenshot, go back in, and you might have to adjust the contrast because it becomes the pixelation gets off, but you'll be able to see hopefully some of what I showed. And I don't bring pictures to you that's really hard to see because if I have a hard time looking at them myself, I'm not going to bring them out. But if I can make it to where we can all see it and discuss it and everybody understand what we're looking at together, then, that's something good. And I know some people believe that 3 a.m. photos have nothing to do to help Sebastian's case. All I can do is say, look, something happened. Something was going on. We see the two lights. I honestly believe that is because of that ditched area there, that little culverted, space right through there, drainage ditch. But something was happening. Something went on that night. And remember, just hours later, after all that activity we saw tonight in those pictures, hours later, that young man was reported missing. And there's been no sign of him since. You can't help but think they had a way big head start to get rid of everything before they ever called the cops that morning. Trash truck had time to haul things off. They had time to take things away. All these things. And if the neighbor living right back behind them was that close to KK and she made a call and said, hey, we need to borrow your driveway, don't look. I bet you that's easy in and out for all the people that wanted to be there. And a great place to park as if they're at that house. Yeah, Texas Plain Jane. That's the way it should be. Everything should be looked at and studied. Because clearly the parents have told us a lie. And the lady, the woman, the mother that was with Sebastian that night, supposedly just the two of them, and the house was all locked up. The video from across the street doesn't show anything in the front of their house happening at all. Thank God for the neighbor who had hardwired his system in and it still recorded. Because others, their system fried, jammed up. And don't forget, it's what KK and Chris knew how to do best, right? While they were in the military, that was their job. That was their job. Kai, I tell you, you should. Make you a t-shirt with it. And be careful, because when Betty made a t-shirt with Chris on it, look what happened to her. And they probably got all law enforcement on high alert for Pig Fest for all of y'all. And they don't want you passing out flyers. But I tell you what, if somebody went to Vistaprint and printed out some business cards, that'd be a great thing to do to pass out at Pig Fest. It's not a flyer, it's a business card. You're doing business. His picture can be on one side, his information can be on the other. Simple and easy. All they got to do is slip it in their pockets. Yeah, just don't put your name on it. I will. I will. I'll give TJ your number for sure. Miss Rhonda said, I think Ellie's going to be on high alert too. Yeah, Seth's got some of those. Good deal. They can't stop you. They really can't. But Betty was just putting up flyers on light poles. Got to keep that in mind when you got the law enforcement and the whole city in your back pocket. They can make your life a living hell. Yeah, that's the best thing to do, because people keep those in their pocket and they think, hey, that might look like that kid. They got their pocket right there. You know, their pocketbooks are there with them most of the time, and they can look at it easily. And so I know several going are going to wear Sebastian t-shirts. DJ said I could bring the national news if I'm arrested. There will. Y'all need to gather together, stick together, and support each other while y'all are there for sure. I wish I could go. It's just not going to be possible for me to get there, but yeah. There you go. Jen's got that t-shirt. Good deal. You know, I say y'all go, be seen. You won't have to say a word. They'll see your shirt. They will. They will. Well, guys, listen, it's Friday night. I'm going to let y'all get out of here. My head is hurting again from all this sinus pressure. And I'm going to take me some sinus medicine. But I do appreciate everybody for being here, for being. I'm sorry I got so aggravated with Alicia. It's not that we're not law enforcement. Okay? All I can do is show y'all things. And if I want to continue to show y'all the 3 a.m. pictures, those who are interested can be here and look at them, you know? And so, oh, thank you, Veronica. And thank you for becoming a member. That was so sweet of you. Oh, that's awesome. But I know she had a difference of opinion, and it aggravated me because I work so hard. I really do. I work so hard. And it just gets frustrating, you know? Somebody wants to sit there and argue. It's not that I'm just showing. There was activity that night. There was something happening back there, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good. right? Unfortunately, there's a lot that can't do just change the channel. They have to be vocal. Yeah, sorry guys. I was trying to contain it, but it's like just if you don't think anything of the 3 a.m. photos, I respect that. I really do. Oh, Chicky, thank you. That's sweet. But I get it that some people don't think that you can see things that's in the pitch black like that. I really didn't think it could be done until someone on here, a couple of people, helped me to understand the process. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You can really see things. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys, you know. Yeah, she does. She does. And I've always been okay with her being in here and voicing her opinion, but it's like, you know, I'm showing you somebody was back there. Multiples were back there. A person identical to Mr. Chris was there. He doesn't have a twin. Through generational video and reflections. Yes. It's all there. Oh, she wasn't attacking. She was just saying that, you know, you can't do nothing with this. There's no evidentiary value to it, that kind of thing. You know, law enforcement's had it. They've looked at it. The FBI has done everything they can do with it. Honestly, if they did, I feel like there would be more questions you would want answered because it is plain as day. And folks, there are some pictures I will not show, but there is a certain man that has an axe in his hand above a young boy's head. That would be worth questioning. I'm not going to put that out here. There's others I will not put out. I have more respect for Sebastian and his father that I will not show those. But if FBI did their job and saw what we're seeing and took it serious, you might start asking questions and digging deeper, knowing that there is no evidence of him walking away from his home. Folks, it's my opinion that young man couldn't have walked away from his home. Yeah. And that's what I say. Take it, look into it yourself. You know, you may find more things than what I did, what I was shown, what I was told was in there, you know, kind of thing. But we're not here because we're professional law enforcement. It's not our job, it's theirs, and they're not doing their job, in my opinion. And I'm showing you things as to why I feel they're not doing their job. And so, you know, it's very aggravating. Exactly. Seth saying that no evidence is evidence in itself. It speaks volumes. Volumes. It's huge. Guys, that young man did not walk away from his house. He did not run away. But his mother put that story out there, in my opinion, so that everybody would look far, far out there and not at her house. I'll send it to you, me and you. I will. And so that right there says a lot. It says so much. Well, guys, if ever at any time y'all have any questions or anything for me that you would like for me to show or talk about or anything like that, y'all send me an email. I love getting emails from y'all. And y'all help keep things going. So for that, thank you all so much. And thank you, SI, for all you do as well. Y'all, I'm going to let you get out of here. Let y'all get on with your Friday nights. And I will be back tomorrow. So if you're not doing anything tomorrow afternoon, come back and join us. But until then, everybody, love and hugs. See y'all soon. Bye.